Hey there, welcome back to Faketober. Hopefully I didn't leave you hanging too long. Here's the second part to my full month of designing Pokemon every day. Oh, if you're unfamiliar, please go and check out last week's video where I go over the prompt list more in depth. There were some truly great designs in my opinion sprinkled in there, so I think you'll enjoy. We're doing 7 prompts a week, so let's begin this one with prompt 8. I have quite a few pets actually. 1 dog, 2 cats, and a tortoise. While I love them all dearly, it was obvious which one I was going to draw as a Pokemon. See, while I have and love both, I've always been far more drawn to cats than dogs. Maybe it's partially to do with the fact that I've grown up alongside them, maybe it's because my dog chewed up my 50-pound Pokeball Plus when I first got him. But it turned out that I'm basically the sole protector and carer of my cats in my family. So I decided to turn one into a Fakemon. While both are full of character and potential, my younger cat, Mooncake, gave me the best idea. Mooncake is a sweetheart. She purrs loudly, she sits on your lap, something that none of my other cats really ever did beforehand, and she's incredibly silky and friendly. That being said, she's incredibly lazy, not very smart, and most of all, she's way fatter than any cat we've ever had before. By like a sizable margin. When designing a Pokemon based on her, I went very literal. A literal moon shape covered in icing. A mooncake. This allowed me to play up her chubbiness in a comically spherical way, which I think makes her very appealing in a Pokemon design. I gave her craters and a cherubi-shaped cake topping to complete the mooncake look. Also, FYI, I know what a real mooncake is. I know it isn't a literal moon-shaped cake. I just thought this would allow for more interesting colours. Her face isn't particularly similar, as the real Mooncake's face is honestly kind of slim and mousy and doesn't really translate as cat, so I stretched it out a bit. I think it still holds her essence. I decided to give her a space dust tail to add some more colour and commit to a space cat theme, and yeah, that's day 8. Say hello to Cosmeowk. Cosmeowk, the rotund Pokemon. Rock and Fairy type. Despite being from outer space, this Pokemon acts almost identical to the everyday house Meowth. It will sleep anywhere and has a tendency to destroy furniture due to its large size. Despite being infuriating to deal with, these Pokemon are extremely loyal and sweet. They make for great Pokemon partners. Over on Instagram, follow me at Ryoma Region, there's been a wonderful competition going on, hosted by my friend at rumu.fakemon, to design a Mimikyu variant. You should totally go and follow them by the way, they've just managed to fully complete their first fake Pokedex, a feat that many try and fail to achieve, and they deserve all the props in the world. Anyway, I knew that I wanted to make a Mimikyu variant for the opposite types prompt almost immediately, because I'm very much under the impression that Mimikyu should have been a ghost and normal type from the get-go. It just seemed like the perfect opportunity to finally make one. Alas, it wasn't meant to be, so here I am to rectify that with a new form. Ghost and normal are great as opposing types, both being immune to each other, and it's really fun how well they handle each other's weaknesses. The story behind this little guy is that they found the attention they sought through entertainment. Obviously the original Mimikyu tried to seek attention through dressing up as Pikachu, but this little guy makes sock puppets instead. They craft them and make shows for children to enjoy. A story that I think is a very sweet conclusion to the sad story of the original Mimikyu. This is Mimikyu sock puppet form. Sock Puppet Mimikyu, the entertainer Pokemon. Ghost and normal type. Craving positive attention from people, these Mimikyu are excellent crafters and create sock puppets to entertain children. Their goofy exterior makes them genuinely popular, although many parents don't approve. I wasn't really optimistic for this prompt if I'm honest, but I had a decent idea. I was thinking through all the classic magic tricks that stage magicians pull off, and one thought that came to mind was the magic cabinet. I'm not sure of the actual name of the trick, but it's the one where a person enters a large box and then the boxes are separated with the person inside, seemingly cutting them up. I decided that this box-like design would fit perfectly with a Yamask evolution, due to Cophagrigus' coffin box-shaped body. Honestly, I managed to make this one work surprisingly well, and I'm very impressed with myself if I'm honest. I struggle often with making things look manufactured and with painting objects, so I'm happy with how I drew the boxes, especially with the funky angle I did them at. The Cophagrigus hands look like they're showing off a magic trick, like they're doing jazz hands or something. And the lower arms support the weight of the design well, and the top hat is a touch that I enjoy immensely. I'm really happy with this one, and my Instagram audience really seemed to connect with it too. Just an all-round unexpected winner of a design. Zigzagoragus, the Magic Cabinet Pokemon. Ghost and Psychic type. These Pokemon have special psychic abilities that allow them to contort and rearrange any item, person, or Pokemon that sets foot inside their magical box body. They are natural performers, using their abilities to impress onlookers as they horrify their subjects. This Pokemon has a brand new ability called Rearrange. This ability randomly switches 2 stats of any Pokemon that makes contact with Zigzagoragus. It's meant to replicate the idea that when you enter the box body, you get completely reshuffled and rearranged, which I think works quite well. From one of my best to one of my worst. Let's just say that this part of the week was a bit of a rough patch where I wasn't particularly energized to think of a cool design and just ended up doing something funny, or in this case, uninspired. I guess I just didn't really connect with the fairy tale prompt much. My only thought when making this was, what if Red Riding Hood's hood was like a parachute? And from there I decided that she used it for assassination of wolf Pokemon, which is a dark spin on the original story where she goes out for vengeance instead. I'm not sure if the dark backstory really manages to save this design though. The colours look nice enough, I guess, and I'm not disgusted by it. If anything, taking a little less time on it allowed me to get my groove back for later prompts that I was more invested in. Anyway, for day 11, here's Lupalda. Lupalda, the Wolf Hunter Pokemon, Flying and Dark type. It is said that this Pokemon is the lone survivor of an attack from a feral pack of lupine Pokemon. Incensed and revenge-hungry, Lupalda has become an unstoppable hunter of Lycanroc and Manectric alike. At this point in the week, I was still in a bit of a funk with my art, so it was nice to get a prompt like Baby Pokemon to give me an easy job. Baby Pokemon are notoriously pointless additions to the decks, only there so that stronger Pokemon can appear earlier in the game or tie into egg hatching. So I thought, how utterly pointless can we get? What about a baby Pokemon of a baby Pokemon? Better yet, a baby Pokemon of the baby Pokemon, Toxel. As funny as it was to turn one of the weakest Pokemon of all time into something even weaker, I did have ulterior motives. I mentioned in my Digimon vs Pokemon video that I'm a firm believer in Toxtricity being a frog. Toxel has a tiny tail and then Toxtricity loses it. It's clearly a frog. Creating a tadpole form of Toxel wasn't only funny, but it proved my point. If it was to be real, it would be the weakest Pokemon in existence, but I still love this little guy. What a sweetheart. Toxapole, the baby Pokemon. Poison type. This Pokemon is so pathetic and weak that the Galar Pokedex doesn't even bother to classify it. Its electric powers haven't developed yet. It's said that if it gets even a single KO, it will be happy enough to evolve. After an unfortunate amount of time spent toying with a Loch Ness Monster Fakemon for the prompt of Mythological Creature, I finally scrapped it. And I'm so happy I did, because I'm super pleased with what I got out of this line over the next 2 prompts. And yes, the next prompt will be its evolution. I decided on creating a Jackalope Pokemon for this prompt. I didn't plan on its evolution being the next one when I chose this either. It just happened that Jackalope and Hybrid Animal fit perfectly together, which was a very pleasant surprise. This Pokemon doubles down on the Mythological Creature inspiration, however, as it is also based on a Will-o'-the-Wisp, a piece of British folklore about an atmospheric ghost light seen by travellers at night. I decided to make it based on a thundercloud too, a piece of the design that will make way more sense when I get to the evolution. In the meantime, here's Cyclone for day 13. Cyclone, the Wisp Pokemon. Electric and Ghost type. Born from a thunderous body of clouds, this Pokemon's shining eyes and tiny antlers are said to guide the lost as they venture through storms. They are only seen on a stormy night. No one knows where they go after. Okay, here's where this line gets really good. Obviously, if you don't know, jackalopes are a combination of a deer and a rabbit, making them perfect for the hybrid prompt. Researching jackalopes for this design, I came across a really cool piece of trivia. Apparently, jackalopes only breed during lightning flashes, at least according to a tall tale from the Wild West. This idea, mixed with the rabbit's reputation for breeding quite a bit, gave me the inspiration I needed for this Pokemon. A jackalope bathed in a shroud of lightning storm, this Pokemon creates little cyclonies from its personal storm to guide travelers on windy nights. This manifests in a really cool but probably broken ability, where this Pokemon creates a new Cyclone to fight alongside it every other turn, similar to Mega Kangaskhan's Parental Bond ability, just with setup. It can have up to 3 babies, but its fragility would make all 3 hard to set up. I don't know, I'm a sucker for Pokemon that incorporate other Pokemon into their design, like Dragapult, so I'm really happy with this one. And I hope you like it too. So, for the final prompt of this week, say hello to Rablets. Rablets, the Tempest Pokemon. Electric and Ghost type. Known in legend as the Eye of the Storm, Rablets have incredible electric abilities that stem from their crackling thundercloud on their neck. From this, Cyclone are born. They return to the neck cloud when the storm subsides. So, what did you think of this week's Pokemon? I hope you liked them. While I had a bit of a rough patch in the middle, I think that most of these were really well done, and I'm excited for the upcoming week. As we speak, I'm a little bit behind on the days actually, so hopefully I can catch up by next time. Let me know who your favourite was down below, and I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.